So we've got some progress here on the payloads for this mission. And being Solar Max, we built us a Solar Max satellite. Let's take a look. So most of the work since the last episode has been on the payloads. I've got a tiny little jewel-like Solar Max satellite built in 1/144th scale. The bottom half was used from the multi-mission modular spacecraft from the payload that was provided with the Dragon kit. Everything else was scratch built, foam board base, cardboard wrap, and in foil, solar panels printed on photo paper. A couple of details added to the spacecraft bus, and then all foiled up. And then this thing will then sit on a remote manipulator arm. Like I say, the kit one was nice. Here's the kit one from the Dragon kit. Actually, the Revell one it's just a bunch of pieces and kind of skinny, but it was too thin and a little too floppy for me. And I would have had to cut it out anyway to make it deployed. So here's a scratch built one out of styrene tubing and foil and lots of glue. And it's gonna sit, I think I showed it last time in the payload bay, and it's going to dock to the little remote manipulator thingy here. Now the problem is it tends to flop, but I'll have to put some glue or just tighten up that joint there a bit, and it'll be hanging over the payload bay. So this was very fussy, as you could imagine, but it's done. And this was very fussy, but it's done. So that's what I've been working on the past week. And then I realized there's still a ton of detail remaining to go in the payload bay. You just can't not do it because it's gonna look goofy even at this scale, but then there's a point where you just have to stop. So some of those are the remote manipulator arm cradles. Here's one of them. They sit in 3 locations, and it's just a bit of square styrene tubing shaped appropriately, and I drilled a tiny little piece of brass wire in and drilled holes in the side of the payload bay longeron so that they fit nicely. And then on the drawing you can see other details that I'm going to have to add. So there's a rather prominent, it shows up in photos like this photo, showing up this is actually a camera. It looks like a gas can, getaway special cam, but it's actually a video camera or a film camera through Cinema 360, according to the information I had. That sits on the longeron here, and on the other side is a remote manipulator arm, manipulator foot restraint. And you just can't not do these, and even in this scale. And so here is the remote manipulator foot restraint all folded up. It's not even a 1/2 inch long, is it? No, not even. It's maybe 3/4 of an inch long. And it's like, I don't know, 10 pieces of little styrene tubing and some wire. And some of the stuff is like the footrest. I found drawings for all this stuff. And the footrest, you know, you just print a bunch in cardstock and cut them out and glue them on and paint over a little bit, and that'll cover the ink, but it'll look like there's something there. So that's that. And then so where's the gas can? So here's the gas can, and these sit in little fittings that fit across the bridge, longeron bridge fittings. And there's the can here, and that'll just get glued to the side of the payload bag. I gotta paint these. So that's these two. And then in the front, very visible, I don't have a photo printed out, but there's a locker, which is basically a box. Let me turn this around. That's for tools and stuff for the EVA. And then there's 2 man maneuvering unit stations on either side of the payload bay up in the front. So here's scale drawings for those, and what that looks like. And I've yet to even start that. And so that's gonna sit in the front, but I got these two kind of done. next I'll attack these, and that'll kind of do it. But here's how the whole drawing comes out. And then, of course, I'm realizing I got to put this all in a book, so can't do all this work and not share it. So that'll be coming next summer, probably. But fortunately, I've got a lot of access, a lot of NASA documents to get the locations and size of all these things. And but it's tiny, tedious work, which means I'm going to hold off on doing the other orbiter for a while and build an airplane or something. So that's where we are. Slow and tedious. I got, like I say, these two almost done, and then we'll start on the MMU in this tiny scale. I did scratch built a 72nd scale one, and maybe I'll show that in the next video. So meanwhile, that's where we are, trudging away, and then I have to even I haven't even got to finish the payload bay doors. You know, they're ready. They need to be foiled. Gonna put some foil on the radiators and install those. So there's still a bit to go. So stay tuned, and happy modeling, and have fun. Be careful out there. Thank you.